Students, myself Sonal teacher and I welcome you all in computer class. So students, in last week we have started with our third chapter, that is operating system. So in last week I have learned about what is operating system, how the operating system works. Then we have learned about some operating system that are character user interface and graphic user interface. In that we have learned about DOS, CUI and GUI. So when we use the Windows XP, Windows 2000 or Windows 8, so that is which operating system we are using, that is graphical user interface. After that we have learned about evaluation of Windows operating system, right? So we have learned about how from 1985 to 2050 the operating system is developed. So now we are going to start with our next point on page number 23, 3.5, knowledge of Windows. So first about Windows we are going to learn which are the components of Windows. The desktop, taskbar and the icons together form the main components of user interface in Windows. So desktop means the whole screen, then the taskbar which is the on bottom of the desktop, then the icons which is available on the desktop screen. This all is the main components of user interface Windows. The first thing that you will see is in a screen that covers the entire area of the monitor with some small pictures on it. The screen is called the desktop and the small pictures that are on it are the icons. So this whole blue screen you can see, this screen is called as a desktop and the small pictures you can see over here, so these pictures are called as a icons. These pictures can be a file or folder or any program or software. So this whatever pictures are available on the screen, this are called as a icons, and the blue whole screen is called as a desktop. It is not compulsion that every time you will see the desktop blue color. You can set your own pictures as well. You can set a scenery pictures as well as a wallpaper to desktop screen. Along with the desktop, you will also find a bar called the taskbar, usually located at the bottom of the computer screen. You can see here a taskbar which is on the bottom of the desktop screen. Okay, and we have learned about the desktop icons and taskbar in earlier grades. Students, about this desktop icons and taskbar we have learned in 3rd and 4th standard. Okay, we have learned in details. So here they have shown us a 3.6 taskbar is there. You can see whichever files or folders are open, the running application it shows on a taskbar. And again we have the main start button on taskbar in the left hand side, and in right hand side we have system tray where we can adjust the volume, we can set date and time and the network connection to which network the computer is connected. So next topic is appearance of a window. Depending upon the type of a program you run on your computer, the appearance of the window on the screen changes. Okay, so now we have the blank blue screen. Okay, so you are very well known with the MS Paint window. Okay, when you open the MS Paint window, this blue screen will change into the MS Paint window, right? Then we will have the colors group, shapes group, tools group. Over here we have ribbons, tabs. So depend upon you which kind of applications you are opening, which kind of program you are opening, running on your computer. According to that, the window of your computer is going to change. However, all windows have some common features or paths which we'll discuss in the following section. So some parts of the screen is same in many application or software. If I talked about the similarity, if we open MS Word, MS Paint or MS Excel, few tabs are similar. if you either you can choose MS Paint also. MS Paint also have a file tab. Then you go to MS Word, it is also have a file tab. MS PowerPoint also have a file tab. So a file tab is a common thing in each and every software. So here they have said ki some parts can be same and the screen can be different, but minor similarity will be there. Let us consider Windows Explorer. Click on Start, Programs, Accessories and Windows Explorer. How to open the Windows Explorer? This is the path to open Windows Explorer. The Windows Explorer appears as shown in figure 3.7. Let's turn your page on page number 24. Here you can see they have shown us a Windows Explorer window. Here we have so many things. Here is a control menu. This is an address bar. Above this, this is a gray screen line is a title bar. Then this is a control buttons. Then menu bar, tool bar over here, navigation pan, details pan, file list. So this is an Windows Explorer window. Different parts of MS window. So we are going to learn about the different parts of MS window. So first is title bar. It displays the name of the window that is open. The title bar of an Windows shows 3 buttons called control buttons. So you all know this is a title bar. Okay. What it shows the file name to us. If you have saved the file and if you have given a specified name, then it will show the specified name. If the file is not saved, it will say show us that untitled 1, 2 or 3. Okay. So again on this title bar we have control buttons as well. So let's see what is the use of the 3 button. First is minimize. If you want to minimize the screen, you can do that. If you want to restore the screen, means if you want to do a smaller screen or bigger screen fit to the display, we can do like that. Okay. After that we have close button. It helps us to close the application. Again you can see the middle button is different. Here the maximize and here the restore. If you have a maximize screen fit to the screen, then you can use this button to restore, means you can change the size of your window. Next, if you have a smaller screen, with this maximize button you can fit to the display the screen. So this is how the title bar is useful. The table below lists the various control buttons available on the title bar. First is minimize. Reduce and hides the window to a button on the taskbar. So when you do the minimize, this screen will automatically goes down into the taskbar. Restore returns a window to its previous size. As I told you, with the help of this restore button, you can change the sizes. Next is maximize. Enlarge the window to the size of the screen. So again, this maximize button will also help you to change the size of the screen. Next is close. Close is used to shut the window, or you can exit the program as well. So this is how we have learned about title bar. In title bar we have it shows us a name, whichever file or window is open, and next we have buttons, that is minimize, restore, maximize and close. Next we are going to learn about control menu. There is an icon that located at the left of the title bar. When you click on this icon, a pop-up menu appears as shown in figure 3.10. So control menu is again on a title bar. You can see in this left hand side corner, when you press a right click with the help of mouse, then this pop-up menu will appears on the screen. This menu is referred to as a system or a control menu. So this menu is called as a control menu, where we have a restore, maximize and close again. Using this option of the control menu, you can control the window in different ways. For example, you can either close the window or increase or decrease its sizes. As we use these buttons, Okay, this control buttons. As the same way you can use this menu to restore, means you can change the size, you can increase or decrease the size, and again with the close you can close the application. Next we have address bar. The address bar is located right at the top of your window and it shows the address of the current folder or a drive you are in. So address bar shows you to where this file or the application is saved. You can see over here in figure 3.7, this is an address bar, right? What is written over here? Libraries. If you open any other application, the address will be changed. So it shows the address of the application. Next we have menu bar. It can be seen just below the title bar. The menu bar contains menus such as file, edit, view, favorites, tools and help. You can use any of these menus to perform a different functions. So again, this menu we have in menu bar below the title bar. Here you can see on 3.7 figure. Here we have the menu bar and the menus are file, edit, view, tools and help. So these different menus you can use to perform a different functions. Okay, next we have toolbar. The toolbar is located just below the menu bar. With the tools on the toolbar, you can make changes to the files and folder present in a window. This toolbar is located below the menu bar. You can see here on page number 24, 3.7 figure. This is toolbar they have shown us over here. So with the help of this toolbar, you can edit, you can just copy a file or you can replace it, you can give a rename to the file. This functions you can perform with the help of toolbar. Next we have a navigation pane. It displays the subfolders or drives within the current item selected in the address bar. As the current item in the address bar desktop, the navigation pane shows the content of the desktop. So when you use this navigation pane, it shows you to subfolders of the drives. Now the desktop is a drive, you can see the other subfolders of the drive. So with the help of this navigation pane, you can get to know about subfolders. Now turn your page on page number 26. Next is file list. On the right side of the navigation pane, you find the list of content present in the window. This is the file list. You can see in figure 3.15. This shows us that is navigation pane and you can find the content present in the whatever contents we have the present in the window, that you can come to know. Next we have details pane. This pane located at the bottom of the window gives the information about the current object selected. Generally it displays the numbers of objects that within that window. So again, details panes give you detailed information how many objects are there in the window, and if you have selected some object, it will show the numbers as well. Again, it is located in the bottom of the window. Here you can see a detailed pans. Total item is 1, 2, 3, 4. How many items are available? 4 items. So here we have learned about the different parts of MS Windows. Now we are going to learn about the knowledge of other operating system. We are going to learn about other operating system. So first is Linux. Linus Torvalds, a student at the University of Helsinki, Finland, introduced Linux in 1991. So Linux is introduced by Linus Torvalds in 1991 in the University of Helsinki. Okay, the core of the Linux system is the kernel. Who is the core of the Linux system? Kernel is the core of the Linux system, operating system. The kernel controls the resources of the computer, allotting them to different users and tasks. It interacts directly with the hardware, thus making the programs easy to write and portable across different platforms of hardware. So again, we all know that operating system help us to manage the resources. So in Linux operating system, who is the playing an important role? That is kernel, which help you to control the resources, to allot the resources, and to make your work easy, and with the help of other different hardwares. So again, here in this Linux system, operating system, kernel is important to allow control and to manage the resources. The most commonly used variant of Linux operating system include the Ubuntu Linux and Linux Mint. So this is the two examples they have given us that commonly used of the Linux operating system. Just like Windows, both the system use graphical user interface where you can view and modify the objects on the screen. So as we have learned about GUI and CUI, graphical user interface, in this Linux system as also they use the graphical user interface as we used in Windows 2010 or Windows 2008. So here they have shown us a window of the Linux desktop. This is the different than we use. Okay, here you can see the symbols are in the down. Again we have some other things on the top. So this is the Linux desktop. Next we have Mac OS, created by Apple. Mac OS, the second most commercially used operating system after Windows. So Windows on the top in commercial industry, but after that Mac OS is also there that can be used in a commercial industry. Introduced in 1984, it was used by many in its classic Mac OS version till 2000. So again it is introduced in 1984 and it was the version was till 2000. Okay. Currently, the Mac OS X version in use since it is released in 2001. So, after that, now the updated version is in 2001. That is Mac OS X version. The operating system comes already installed if you buy a Mac computer. However, nowadays Mac OS can be used in the typical computer hardware if the license agreement by Apple support. So, again this Mac OS was created by Apple company. So if you have purchased an Mac computer, you get this operating system installed into it. And nowadays if you have the some typical hardwares into your computer, so again you can install this operating system into your computer, but you need to have an license agreement by Apple company. Okay, so you can see here they have shown us 3.18 Mac OS desktop. You can see the difference, students. Each operating system is very different from the Windows operating system. Indian operating system. Many domestic institutions and private companies in India are trying to create an operating system. The most prominent among this is the Bharat Operating System Solution. That is, the short form is BOS. So many companies were trying to create an operating system for their daily use. But after some days, they have created one operating system, that is Bharat Operating System Solution. The short form of this operating system is BOS. You can see here in figure 3.19, they have shown us a BOS operating system. BOS is often considered to be an India's own PC operating system. So it is created by India, developed at the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, CDAC. On this centers, they have developed this BOS operating system. BOS is introduced by the government of India, encouraging its use nationwide. So it is again introduced by government of our India and it is used by nationwide. BOS is a Linux distribution operating system based on the Linux kernel. Again, it is it is based on the Linux system. So in Linux, who is important? The kernel is important. Okay, it is an open source software, free to use. This operating system is now available in multiple languages, which include Hindi, Gujarati, Kannada, and Malayalam, etc. So again, you can use this operating system in multiple language. This can be regional languages as well. Hindi, Gujarati, Kannada, Malayalam, etc. language you can use in this operating system, that is BOS operating system. Okay. So here we have finished with our lesson number 3, and today we have learned about the part of Windows. In that we have learned about title bar, control menu, address bar, menu bar, tool bar, navigation pane, file list, and details pane. And after that we have learned some knowledges of other operating system. In that we have learned about Linux, Mac OS, and Indian operating system. So Indian operating system is introduced by the Indian government for the companies. And then we have learned about Mac OS, that it is created by an Apple company. Okay, you can when you bought the Mac computer, it automatically install into your computer. If you want to use it in another hardware, you need to have a license agreement by the Apple company. Next we have the Linux. It is introduced in 1991 by Linus Torvalds in University of Helsinki. Then we have learned about the Linux system. The kernel is very important to control and manage the resources. I hope you all have understood about this operating system. If you have any kind of query or doubt, you can call me or message me on my personal number. I will send you the question and answers on your WhatsApp group. Kindly complete this in your computer notebook and send me on my personal number. Thank you.